I bought a van. My name is Mike. I'm a digital nomad and have been for about 5 years now, and I'm getting into full-time living in a van, and I'll be roaming around the regions of the United States and Central America. If you would like to experience van life from the perspective of a complete noob, from 2 years of desktop research to finally getting my own van at the beginning of next year, this may be the channel for you. Here are 4 reasons that convinced me to buy a van and live in it permanently. Number 1, timing. I'm a digital nomad, and I've been a digital nomad for about 5 years right now, so I'm comfortable with the lifestyle of working and traveling at the same time. I don't actually own too many things. All of the things that I do own, I brought down in the back of my van to have it converted, a picture I can show here. And lastly, FOMO. I have this feeling if I don't do it now, I won't be able to get into it into the future. Reason number 2 is financially. Believe me, I've put together hundreds of different Excel sheets comparing what would the cost of van life be compared to other lifestyles that I might have. And I don't think that van life in itself is a cheap way of living, at least not the way that I am going to be doing it. I thought about, for instance, getting a mortgage and getting a house, but a mortgage would cost me about $1,000 per month. On top of that, you have mortgage insurance premiums, you have property taxes that you have to pay, you have gas and electricity, you have homeowner's insurance that you have to pay. Your house isn't your car. You actually do have to get a car, and you have to pay a car lease. All of that added up comes out to about $2,000 per month, roughly. I used to live in San Diego, and I loved living in San Diego, but San Diego at the same time, and a lot of regions that are super cool in the United States, are also super expensive. An apartment in San Diego, I think, is somewhere around $2,000 per month, which is about the total amount that I would spend on average traveling as a digital nomad. Altogether, with the loans that I'm taking out to purchase the van itself and to have it professionally built out, I'm coming up to around $2,000 per month that I will be paying, which is about the same thing that I would be paying if I wasn't doing this lifestyle at all. So financially, it makes sense for me. The third reason to getting into van life is mental health. I think a lot of Gen Z and millennials can relate to the idea of the rat race, feeling trapped in this endless cycle of only working for the weekend. This life of working hard during the week and playing hard during the weekend and repeating this cycle over and over again until you reach this magical retirement age. I don't want my early years revolving around work. Sorry, boss. And personally for me, I need to start working a bit more on controlling my experience of life and not trying to control the life around me. If van life itself is anything like travel, it's going to be full of long periods of loneliness, unexpected outcomes, and a massive bunch of failures. I don't really buy into this whole entire romanticized idea of van life where you're going to be waking up next to a beach every single day and everything's going to be perfect. My hope is that in living in a van, I will be able to be more present in the moment. I tend to work inside right now, and although I'm sometimes in very, very beautiful areas, I tend to be just facing a wall. And I hope that through van life, I can at least spend some time out in nature, enjoying the beautiful places during the work week in the places that I go to. My last reason, number 4, is actually tied to the previous one, and that's convenience. Living in a van means I can actually live directly in front of the places that I'd like to travel to. I tend to seek out adventure sports like paragliding, skydiving, and scuba diving, and living in a van where I don't have to commute or travel multiple hours to get to those locations, to do those activities, means I'm saving a lot of time in my day to do those. There's nothing better than being able to take a lunch break and go skydiving. Thanks for watching my first video. My hope is to provide a perspective on van life from a person who hasn't been in the life for 5 years. If you find this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe.